Today, we're breaking down the shocking murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, gunned down in broad daylight in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect? A 26-year-old man with no criminal record, but a manifesto that raises serious questions. Was this a targeted political statement, or was it something even more sinister? Welcome to True Crime Investigator, where we bring you compelling stories of crime, mystery, and justice. Sit back, stay curious, and let's get into today's case. Let's get into it. On December 4th, 2024, 6:45 a.m., Midtown Manhattan. In a city where crime happens every day, this one stood out. The location? The New York Hilton Midtown, one of the busiest areas in Manhattan. The victim? Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare, one of the most powerful health insurance companies in America. He had just exited the hotel when multiple gunshots rang out. Witnesses described the suspect as a masked man, dressed in black, who calmly approached Thompson, fired several rounds, and then walked away, disappearing into the morning crowd. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When investigators arrived, they found shell casings scattered at the scene, each one engraved with a single word: delay, deny, depose. That's a direct reference to delay, deny, defend, a controversial phrase often associated with how private insurance companies handle claims. Was this an explanation, a message, or something else? Before we go further, let's talk about the victim. Brian Thompson wasn't just any executive. He was at the top of an industry that controls billions of dollars in medical claims. As CEO of UnitedHealthcare, he oversaw the policies that dictated whether people got access to life-saving treatments or were denied care. Some saw him as a businessman doing his job. Others saw him as the face of a broken system that left millions struggling with medical debt. But did his position make him a target for something more extreme? Investigators immediately started going through surveillance footage from the area. They found something. A hooded figure was seen near the Hilton just minutes before the shooting. But the real break came from a different source, a nearby hostel. Records showed that just hours before the murder, a man checked in under the name Mark Rosario. The problem? Mark Rosario didn't exist. Authorities ran the name through databases and got a match. The real identity of the suspect? Luigi Nicholas Mangione, 26 years old, from Towson, Maryland. Now the question was, who was Mangione? And why would he want Brian Thompson dead? Mangione came from an upper-middle-class background, Ivy League educated, no criminal history. But something had changed. In recent years, he cut ties with his family and struggled financially. Online, he was vocal about his frustrations with the healthcare system. Using the Reddit username Mr. Cactus, Mangione frequently posted about being denied treatment for chronic pain. He described insurance companies as corrupt and accused them of profiting from suffering. But that was just the start. Investigators also found a 3-page handwritten manifesto in his belongings. In it, he laid out his grievances against corporate insurance companies, calling them gatekeepers of life and death. So, was this a man who snapped, or had he been planning this for a long time? On December 9th, 2024, 5 days after the murder, Mangione was found sitting inside a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, 280 miles from Manhattan. He had changed his appearance, shaved his head, and was carrying a fake New Jersey driver's license under the same alias, Mark Rosario. Along with that, authorities found something even more alarming, a 3D printed firearm. He was arrested without incident. But even after his capture, the case was far from over. As soon as the news broke, the internet exploded. On one side, people saw Mangione as a murderer who executed a man in cold blood, but others saw something different. A fundraising campaign on GiveSendGo raised over $300,000 for his legal defense, backed by more than 10,000 donors. A TikTok trend started, showing people playing Hannah Montana's "He Could Be the One" while displaying his mugshot. Some called him a symbol of resistance against corporate greed. Now let's be clear, murder is murder. But the reaction to this case highlights something bigger: growing frustration with the American healthcare system. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He faces federal counts of interstate stalking and murder, and if convicted, could receive the death penalty or life in prison. Prosecutors are treating this as premeditated domestic terrorism. The defense, however, is pushing back, arguing that the evidence is circumstantial and that Mangione's online activity alone doesn't prove intent. As of now, he remains in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, awaiting trial. But this case isn't just about one man. It's about a system, a message, and a crime that has left more questions than answers. So now, I turn the question over to you. Was this a calculated political assassination, a desperate act of revenge, or is there more to this case than we're being told? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on crime cases like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and stay safe.